the release of Megrahi, a very serious situation. And my God, we were taking some huge incoming. And I remember Wolf Blitzer from CNN trying to get a hold of a Scottish minister to speak to. I remember FBI Director James Comey, who would become famous for so many other reasons in later life, was trying to get in touch with us. It was ridiculous, and we were really, wondering if we could withstand this at this point, in terms of the huge pressure we're facing. Anyway, we got off to our beds after he'd been released, got on the plane to Libya, and I came home and I got a phone call from Alec, and he says, Geoff, they're waving soul tiles at Tripoli Airport. And I said, fuck off, don't be so ridiculous, I haven't got time for this. Turn your telly on. And it looked like a Scotland home game at Hampden. I'm like, oh no. So we were back in straight away into St Andrews to try and crisis manage our way through that one, which we did okay, given that we got a majority a couple of these years later. But there was so many stories like that we could share. It was good.
Well, one of the stories I've never told about Megrahi was I got a phone call from the erstwhile president, before he was president, of course, when he was just the Donald, asking me about the situation, because clearly somebody had asked him to comment on the matter. I said, well, the position is that we've freed Megrahi on compassionate grounds. We've looked at the evidence. He's got prostate cancer. He's dying. I don't think it would be a good idea for him to die in a Scottish jail when his appeal's outstanding against the conviction, basically. So that's why we've done it. And to which Donald replied, yeah, but what's the deal? What's the deal? And I said, no, there's no deal, Donald. it's with freedom on compassionate grounds. The Donald wasn't bothered in the slightest about the freeing of Mr. Megrahi. What he wanted to know, there must have been a deal. You see, he was convinced we wouldn't have done this unless there had been some great deal in the background.